today we're going to break down an update to the National Guard VA Home Loan benefit. Thank you to a subscriber that commented on an old video saying I did not do a video on the update. So shame on me, but today I'm going to break it down for you guys because it is very important to understand the changes that happen for National Guard members that are very positive. But now those changes are going to become permanent. So let me share you guys the circular that I'm talking about. It's a circular 26-21-08. So this happened back in April 15, 2021. It expanded eligibility for National Guard members, which is also retroactive, huge benefit. And a lot of veterans still, from the National Guard perspective, don't realize that they can become homeowners. But let me share a section. I'm gonna show you where the update is, and then we're gonna go through what those benefits look like and what this means. So this original circular says that this circular is going to be rescinded on April 1st of 2024, meaning that after this and after date, these expanded VA guidelines are not going to be available. Well, they made a change, and they basically made a 26-21-08 change 1, which went into effect on March 5th of 2024. Now, my previous video, I said that these benefits were set to expire, which is true, but then they came in and basically just changed out the paragraph to say that this circular is valid until rescinded. So this just lets you know that this can still go away. So you really have to be careful with your benefits. And from an active duty component, or if you get discharged from a service-connected disability, most of the time, I would say in general, your VA home loan benefits are protected. But that can be different if you're serving in the National Guard. Now, one side note is for the reserve, theirs is pretty straightforward. If you do 90 days or more on Title 10 orders, then you have your benefits, and you don't need to serve the full 6 years of drilling in order to get your benefits that way. So just kind of as a side note. Now, if you serve on active duty prior to joining the National Guard, you can also still meet the criteria for the VA loan, and you supersede that requirement then for the National Guard. So let me pull up the circular that we originally talked about, which is the 26-21-08, which is the expanded home loan eligibility based on certain National Guard service. These are important things for you to know. I think that from a National Guard perspective, either you know somebody that's serving in the National Guard, or you served yourself, or you're thinking about joining or transitioning from active duty to the Guard. All things that are relevant, because tons of misinformation around this, and we've helped a lot of people navigate this process that have been denied multiple times from getting their certificate of eligibility. Happy to help you with that. I'm a lender. I can help you pretty much anywhere. Down in the description, you have a link to schedule a call with me, and I can walk you guys through that process. So let's go through where the major change comes from. This is a big one, right? Certain members of the Army National Guard of the United States or Air National Guard of the United States are now eligible for VA home loan benefits. To be eligible, the member must have performed not less than 90 cumulative days in full-time National Guard duty. So that's Title 32, of which at least 30 of those days must be consecutive. Now, that is a big change because, again, prior to this, you had to be on Title 10 orders for 90 consecutive days or more to be able to use the VA benefit. So even if you joined for 1 year and you then went on a 4-month, even like a tour of duty within the United States, or you did a deployment 6 months to 12 months, you wouldn't be required to wait the 6 years to use your benefits. That's a huge update. Now, and the big part for National Guard members is when they do state activated orders, they're under Title 32, which is the next section. So full-time National Guard duties includes training or other duty in the member's status as a member of the National Guard or a state or territory, Commonwealth of Puerto Rico or District of Columbia. Under Title 32 orders, 316, 502, 503, 504, and 505, right? So very important to know when you look at your prior orders, and you should be keeping your orders as you go through time, because this is also retroactive as it states in that next section below. Now, one thing to note that when it comes to which Title 32 orders, which those Title 32 orders that they're listed here may fall under that category, but underneath that, it specifically states that full-time National Guard duty does not include inactive duty, so that's like M days, you're drilling, and does not include basic or initial training. So a lot of times veterans get confused that they may do, let's say, a basic training that goes into AIT, and they have one continuous 1 or 2 year long orders in DD 214, but it's based on training. So that does not count towards you being eligible. I mean, doesn't count towards this requirement to say, oh yeah, you can meet the requirement. Yes, when you started being in the National Guard, then the time for that 6 years does kick in, right? So overall, that's going to count because you don't start your eligibility from the time you graduate basic or AIT or whatever that you're doing. It's based on when you enter the service. So that could be very positive for a lot of people. Now, to request your certificate of eligibility, you guys go to va.gov or you can schedule a call with me. I can pull it and get it for you guys. Not an issue. It's a huge benefit that a lot of National Guard members do not take advantage of simply because information has changed and this isn't pushed out. I'm still serving in the Guard and I never got a email or an update or a briefing on how these changes could impact me. Luckily, I do this for a living, and we have great people that comment on videos that we could then create videos like this to get updates to the veteran community. So if you guys please drop a comment down below so we can get the YouTube algorithm to understand what we're doing for the veteran community and to push this out to more veterans, and make sure you like the video as well and subscribe so you guys can get the most up-to-date, the latest information about how your benefits work, what you could do with them. And if you drop a question down in the comment section, then I could take those and turn them into videos to answer questions, because it's not just you that has that question. There's a lot of veterans out there that want to understand how they can leverage their benefits. So with that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll talk to you soon.